Hello, my name is Julieth. My classmates are David and Karent. Today we're going to talk about simple moments and big feelings.
Hey everyone, welcome to our podcast moment that made both smile. I am David. I am here with my friends Karen and Juliet. How are you both doing today?
Hey David, I'm doing great. Thank you. It's been a busy week, but I'm really happy to be here and share a bit about our lives.
Hey guys, I'm fine too, just a little tired, but I'm really excited to record this podcast with you both. I think it's going to be fun.
Yes, I'm here. So let's start with something simple. What have you done recently that you really enjoyed? I go first. Recently, what I've enjoyed the most has been spending time with my brother. We've been working together repairing some phones. And it's been great because we have learned a lot, had a fun at the same time. I've also enjoyed working with my dog Michelin. It's something small, but it helps me clear my mind after a long week. What about you, Karen?
Recently, what I've enjoyed the most has been going out with my friends. We usually out around the shopping malls, eat something, don't laugh a lot. I also enjoy playing football because it makes me feel free and activity. Another thing I enjoy is listening to music, especially when I'm riding my motorcycle. It gives my real sense of freedom and adventure.
That's also cool. What about you, Juliet?
Recently, I've been enjoying quiet weekends at home. I've watched some movies and listening to music. It's nice to take a break sometimes and just relax without rushing anywhere. I think I've learning to appreciate space more.
Now, let's move on to another question. Have you ever traveled to another city or country? I start again. I've traveled to several cities in Colombia. One of my favorite trips was to Medellin. I went with some friends that year, and it was amazing. We visited Parque Explora, rode the metro cable, and ate delicious food. The people were so kind, and the city has such a great atmosphere. I love to go back with my family someday.
Yes, I traveled to another country once, about 4 years ago. I went to Ecuador with my grandmother and my brother. It was a very special trip because we spent a lot of time together as a family. We visited many beautiful places, both close and traditional food, and I went into a beautiful cemetery that trip with my unforgettable memories.
That sounds wonderful. I also traveled to Ecuador with my family when I was a child. It was my first trip outside Colombia. I remember the long bus ride, the beautiful landscapes, and delicious food. I visited several tourist places and took many photos. It's one of my favorite childhood memories.
Speaking of my childhood, let's move on to the next question. What is a moment from your childhood that you'll never forget? For me, it was when I learned to ride a bike. My dad tagged me in front of our house. I fell a few times, but he kept encouraging me until I finally did it. I felt so proud of myself. It's one of those little moments that stay in your heart forever.
Childhood moments I'll never forget was Water Day. My uncle and I pulled balloons and water guns. and we had a huge water fight with our neighbors. We ended up soaked, laughing, and rain all over the street. It was such a fun day that I'll always keep in my heart.
That's so cute. For me, one of my favorite childhood memories is also connected to family. I was that trip to Ecuador I mentioned. It was full of laughter, curiosity, and new experience. I think those moments have helped it shape what I am today.
Now something a bit deeper. What has been the most important lesson you've learned this year? I've learned that patience always breeds good results. Sometimes things don't go the way we want. But if you keep trying, everything improves. I learned not to give up easily and to appreciate every small step forward.
The most important lesson I learned this year is that some things we have to let go. We need to let go of people, of things that are not good for us, even if it's hard. Only then can we see new opportunities. It's not always easy, but it's necessary to.
That's so true. This year I've learned that should never give up, no matter how difficult things are. At the beginning, I doubted myself a lot, but later I realized that every making helps us grow. With patience and the positive attitude, everything is possible.
I love those answers, and now, one last question to close our episode. If you could change something from your past, what would it be and why? If I could change something, I'd probably use my time at school better. Sometimes I didn't take the classes seriously, and now I understand how important that time was. But I've learned from that, and now I try to every opportunity seriously.
If I could change something from my past, it would be making a better decision when I finish high school. I'll feel that I lost 2 years without doing anything productive, but that's experience to live my time and work harder now.
If I could change some things from my past, I'd change the way I face some difficult situations. I used it to be insecure and missed some opportunities. If I had trusted myself more, I would made better decisions. But in the end, those makes have helped me become strong and wiser.
Those were amazing reflections. Guys, I think we all learned that every experience, good or bad, teaches us something valuable.
Totally, life is about growing, learning, and enjoying the little things that make us smile.
Exactly. And sometimes it's those simple moments that stay in our hearts forever.
Well, that's all for today's episode of Moment That Made of a Smile.
See you next time, everyone. And remember, never stop appreciating the small things in their life.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.